So hi everyone. I'm so excited to do my first interview about other businesses and everything and what they can do to help you. And I have like one of my best friends in the world, Cathy Baird, known each other for over 20 years at this point. And I am so excited to talk to her about her business and what she can do because maybe she can help you. So welcome, Cathy.
Thank you, Bonnie. I'm so excited to be here.
Yay! Okay, so we might as well just jump right into this. So could you tell me a bit about your business, like, what you guys do, like maybe what it's named?
Yeah. So my business is Relate and Appreciate. And I help companies, businesses, um, on two aspects. On the external piece of it, I help them with their customers and retaining their customers through appreciation. Everything I do is revolving around appreciation, hence the reason why it's Relate and Appreciate. And so I also help the businesses internally by helping them retain their employees through appreciation because it is so much more expensive to go out and find new customers and new employees than it is to actually appreciate the ones you have, retain the ones that you have, keep them happy. Because if you're keeping them happy, they're going to help you out. So.
Okay, that sounds great. Could you tell me what it actually is? Because I know one way my company can keep me is cash. Woohoo! So how do you get that? How do you get the appreciation out?
Yeah, so it really depends on it's a case-by-case basis. It really depends on the company themselves. It depends on the demographics of their customers and their employees. So what I like to do is I like to sit down with these companies and talk to them about what's going on now, what they do now, either what's working or what's not working. I like to find out more about their customers or their employees, depending on whether they want an overall thing or whether they're just doing it one side of it. Because what one group of folks might enjoy might not necessarily be what another group likes to enjoy. So as an example, one thing we can do is create a campaign for the year. It costs maybe $10 to $20 a year for a person to reach out to them throughout the year, maybe 5 or 6 times throughout the year, on their birthday, sending them a card with a brownies. And when if they're a new hire, sending them a welcome card. Thank you so much. We're excited for you to be here. On their work anniversary, sending them a card that just announces that congratulations on hitting your 1-year anniversary. Any promotions, things like that. So spatter those throughout the year. Little notes you can put in the card, things like that, gift cards, there's different options that you can do. And then you just set it up in the system, and then, as those dates approach, the cards would get sent out to the employees, to their home. And it's really good now because a lot of people are working remotely. So you can just send it to their home instead of sending it to the office. And it'll surprise them, and it'll make them happy. So.
And how did you get started with this?
So originally, it's funny that you should ask, Bonnie, because originally I actually was working side by side with you with Arbonne and growing that business. But I always wanted to figure out ways that I could actually connect with clients on a more personal level and not always be about products and things like that. I wanted to build the relationships with them. So I came up with the idea that I was going to incorporate my dog in the cards, pictures of him, because, with a birthday hat, to send them birthday card, through email. And I was going to all do it through email and maybe print out cards and things like that. And I met someone that was with Send Out Cards, and that's exactly what you can do with the system that Send Out Cards has. You can personalize these greeting cards and add gifts and things. And so I decided to use that tool to help me build the relationships with those customers. And as time progressed, I love appreciating people. And I think that oftentimes businesses overlook that and overlook the importance of that. And a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to do some extravagant thing. You can do little things to appreciate people. You just have to do them. You can't think about doing them. You have to actually do them.
I know that feeling. So I think,
Yes, and a lot of people do.
I think you've kind of touched on this, but what drives you for to pursue your line of work?
Yeah. So, and when we started just alluding to it, I've been at different companies throughout my career, and I've seen times when you have these employees. For example, you have these employees who are just really hard workers, and they do a great job, but they end up leaving companies because they feel underappreciated. Um, and 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 so it's and I've had that experience as well, where I've worked a lot of hours and just felt really underappreciated, time and time again. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to just start my own business and help businesses to avoid that situation. So.
That's rather an admirable trait to kind of do. That's awesome. We need more of that in this world. Now, what skills do you think help you succeed in this career?
So this is like a coin term, a people person, things like that. It's funny. Everything that you can say about that is rather cliche. It really is. But I truly believe that I'm always trying to look at different ways that I can help people. In whether it's in business or in personal life, making people smile, lifting people up makes me happy. If I can see that even the littlest thing, and it's amazing, like I said, the littlest things mean so much more to people than you think. And it just makes my day. I send cards every day. I reach out to people every day, and it's great a few days later when I hear you don't know what people are going through at the time when you send these cards or you reach out to them. And so when you get a response and they're like, you just made my day. I just had the worst day in the whole entire world and this happened or whatnot. But your card brightened my day, and there's a lot going on in the world right now. A lot of negativity and people losing their jobs. And it's hard for people out there. You don't know what they're going through. And it does not take much to just reach out, whether it's through a card, whether it's a phone
No, definitely. I mean,
call, a text or whatnot, and just let them know you're thinking about them. I'm sorry?
no, you bring up a good point because it actually segues into the next one that, yeah, there has been a lot going on in this world recently and everything. And have you had to do some adjustments to be able to accommodate for that? And if you have, what type of adjustments have you had to do?
Like in my business, you mean? In
Yeah,
life?
just in your business. It's like, quarantine hit. How did that kind of blow your world up or not?
Yeah, so it was interesting because I was employed by another company at the beginning of COVID, and due to COVID, like many people, like many businesses, there were layoffs. There have been many, like the unemployment rate is huge right now, huge, and I was part of a layoff, which it. I know some people that were involved in the layoff that it really hit them hard. They don't have a next step or whatever, but I've always had this vision. So I was actually really excited to be able to be given this opportunity. I tried to look at it as an opportunity for me to start this business and to help people. How can I turn this around? I always joke with people that I like silver in my lining, but not in my hair. And so I've been really trying to see all the silver linings that we have during this crazy, crazy time that we're going through. And yes, there are some bad things going on. It's not just COVID. There's other issues out there right now that are going on. But you know, I do want to focus on the positive and how I can help people, whether it's those people that have lost their jobs, or whether it's those businesses that are trying to just hang by a thread, but they want to keep their customers. Or those businesses, now that we're starting to open up, the businesses that are opening up and they want to reach out to their customers and say, hey, you know, we care about you and we'd love to see you, and here's what we're doing. And, you know, because you really want to make it all about them, whether it's your customers or whether it's the employee. It's not about, like, it for me as a business person, it would not be about me. It'd be about my customer and about the employees that I have, because they're the lifeblood of your business. You would not be where you are without them.
That's definitely true. And so it sounds like you're poised at a really good good place right now. So that's awesome. Now, if you could go back in time, what would you tell your younger self? Don't need
So
to.
I am a very loyal person. I am a very loyal person. And so for me, what I would tell myself is that there's, you know, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. And I would also tell myself, you know, go for it. If you have a dream or just a vision, and when I say take care of yourself, I'm also talking about those visions too. You know, don't say maybe someday. You don't know what tomorrow brings. You can only control today. So if you have a vision, you have a dream, you know, every day do something about going for that dream. Even if it's small, it's still a step in the right direction.
Okay.
Don't wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow may not be here.
True. Or it might definitely not be in the condition you thought it would be.
Exactly.
So, okay. And then the last question here. Is there one thing that you want people to remember about you and your business? And can you encapsulate that into like a one word?
Appreciate, you mean? Like,
So it sounds like appreciate would be that word. And then how do you want them to remember you and your business with that word?
yeah. So you need to relate to the people that you have in your life, your customers, your employees, your friends and family, even your community, and make sure you appreciate them. It is one of the main aspects in people's lives that a main need that they need. They don't realize, people don't realize that they need it, but they do. And it's basic and it's simple, and you just have to do it.
So that sounds awesome. And that's such a positive thing to stop on. So I want to thank you so much, Cathy, for spending a little bit of time with us today to tell us a bit about your company. And I wish you and your business all the luck with Relate and Appreciate. And how can people be able to contact you if they want to know more about it?
Yes. So I have my website, which is www.relateandappreciate.com. It's all spelled out. And that has all of my contact information. I actually have an online booking calendar. I would love to set up some time with people just to chat, 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever, and get to know them and see where they're at and how I might be able to help them, whether it's with my business or some other way that I can help them.
That sounds awesome. Well, once again, thank you very much, Cathy, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Bye.